Massive news today. The stock price is recovering. At the same time, institutional investors are accumulating Palantir. But here's the crazy part, the Pentagon just dropped it all. Palantir wins once again. Trillion-dollar valuation target is now closer than ever before. There are some solid facts backing it up now. But what is happening? And what on earth am I even talking about? Well, let me explain. Disclaimer. Palantir had a little shakeup today, dipping unexpectedly, but it didn't take long to bounce back. The stock started recovering throughout the day, showing some real resilience. And here's what's crazy. If you step back and look at the bigger picture, it's still holding strong near its recent highs. Even after today's action, it's managed to stay in the green for the month, proving just how much strength it has. Now, let's talk about the energy in the community. Sure, there were some jitters when the drop happened, but overall, confidence is still rock solid. Investors know that Palantir isn't just any stock. It's got a future that excites people. Every time there's a dip, buyers step in. And that says a lot. The bullish sentiment is still there, and this kind of price action only makes it clearer. The momentum isn't fading, it's building. And here's the thing. One analyst just dropped a huge take on Palantir's chart. According to him, it's one of the best-looking setups out there right now. The stock is showing serious strength, but of course, like any big tech name, it's got some outside factors to watch. The big one? Trump's rhetoric today, as Liberation Day kicks in and those proposed tariffs start rolling out. If the market plays along, this setup could turn into something really special. And here's where it gets even more interesting. Daiwa just initiated coverage on Palantir with a neutral rating but slapped a bold price target of $90 on it. That's a number that gets attention. Even with a cautious label, that kind of target speaks volumes about where they think this stock is heading. Palantir isn't just another tech name, it's a powerhouse, and the momentum behind it is only getting stronger. But wait, I know that sounds crazy, but hear me out. Something big happened today for Palantir. And I'm not just talking about charts or price targets. This is the kind of move that could change everything. Pentagon is losing to Palantir, and this time it's huge. But how? How is this even possible? Well, I'll break it all down later in the video, so make sure to stick around until the end. But first, let's dive into something truly remarkable that happened recently. One NASDAQ 100 ETF has just initiated a brand new position in Palantir by acquiring over 1.2 million shares. This move is significant, especially considering this ETF's substantial size, managing assets close to $8.5 billion. So, why does this matter so much? This NASDAQ 100 ETF isn't just any fund. It's a heavyweight in the game. And for them to start backing Palantir like this, it's a clear sign of confidence. When a fund of this size makes a move like this, it sends a message to the market. They don't just pick up random stocks. They go after the ones they believe are poised for serious growth. This isn't just some small player. It's a giant putting its faith in Palantir's future. That kind of backing? It could be a game changer. And here's what's even crazier. Palantir just dropped some huge news. The company announced they're planning to start paying dividends starting in fiscal year 2026. Yep, you heard that right. Dividends. This is a big move, especially since Palantir has never paid out cash dividends before. So why is this such a big deal? For one, it shows that Palantir is in a really solid financial position. They're not just making money, they're making enough to share some of it with investors. For the people holding Palantir stock, this is a pretty sweet bonus. It's a sign that the company is maturing and really confident in its future. And here's where it gets even more exciting. Dividend-paying stocks often get a boost in price. Investors love stable companies that can pay dividends, and that usually drives demand up, which means the stock price could keep climbing. It makes Palantir even more attractive to both new and existing investors. Considering how strong Palantir has been performing lately, this dividend announcement just adds another layer to its appeal. It's not just about the growth potential anymore. Now it's about steady returns too. This could be a game changer for both Palantir and its stock price in the years to come. If you're holding, things are looking pretty great right now. And here's the most exciting part. Palantir seems to be getting even closer to the Pentagon. Today, something big came to light. Thomas Puppy, a big name from the Department of Defense, just made a major move to Palantir. He spent nearly 20 years at the Pentagon, working on everything from cybersecurity to defense policy. Now he's joining Palantir as a senior counselor. This is a huge deal because Puppy isn't just any former government official. He's got a deep understanding of the inner workings of the Pentagon, and his experience with cyber operations is top-notch. Plus, He's held some serious leadership positions, even overseeing defense cyber operations. So, the fact that Palantir just brought him on board speaks volumes. It's not hard to imagine that this move could be a sign of bigger things to come, especially when it comes to potential partnerships or even a massive deal between Palantir and the Pentagon. With Puppy's expertise and connections, Palantir is positioning itself to be even more involved with government contracts, especially in areas like cyber defense. This could be a game changer, as Palantir could see even more opportunities with the Pentagon down the line. It's a big win for Palantir and could really push the stock to new heights. And here's the thing. Remember when we talked about Wall Street predicting that Palantir might soon become a trillion-dollar company? Well, there's been some serious buzz around this. Wedbush's Dan Ives has forecasted a $1 trillion valuation for Palantir, which would take the company's current market cap and put it on steroids. If that happens, Palantir could be set to soar by around 300% from its current price. Palantir has already built a reputation as an authority on advanced data analytics, and it's completely changing the game when it comes to how commercial and government clients handle complex data. They've got machine learning models that turn all that raw data into real, actionable insights, and that's a huge deal. Now, here's where it gets even more interesting. If the Pentagon really does start making big moves with Palantir, landing multiple contracts and deals, this could be the catalyst that pushes Palantir's value sky high. With someone like Thomas Puppy now on the team, this could mean even more opportunities with the government. If that happens, it might just accelerate that trillion-dollar prediction from Wall Street. Things could get really bullish for Palantir, and fast. It's definitely a stock to keep your eyes on because the potential is huge. So yeah, with all this bullish news around Palantir, one analyst just came out with some pretty bold thoughts. He said that this dip in Palantir's stock is actually the final chance to buy before you'll never see the price below $100 again. He believes that institutions, big investors, and even politicians have been loading up on Palantir calls, especially for May, and we're talking tens of millions in bets. The prediction? $150 is coming really soon. When you think about it, this makes a lot of sense. With all the positive momentum we're seeing, like the potential Pentagon deals, Palantir's growing influence in the government sector, and the huge changes on the horizon, it's hard to imagine the stock staying at these levels for long. People are taking notice, and the big players are starting to stack up on calls. That's not something you do unless you're expecting some serious price action. Combine all of that with Palantir's rock-solid fundamentals, its unique position in data analytics, and now, with the addition of key figures like Puppy from the Pentagon, it's clear the company is setting itself up for massive growth. The market is catching on, and with all these institutional moves, Palantir could be just getting started. We could very well see that $150 mark in the near future, if not more. So if you've been holding or thinking about jumping in, now might just be the perfect time. The news keeps getting better, and it's looking more and more like Palantir is on the path to some serious gains. Hold tight, because things could get exciting fast. But what is your opinion on this? Comment down below. If you are curious to find more, then make sure to click on one of the videos you see on the screen. And with that, we come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video, then turn on the notifications bell on this channel. Missing an
Oh my God, don't tell me it actually happened. The US government looked very friendly towards crypto. I mean, it gave a green light to a Bitcoin ETF and now Ethereum. But God, we were wrong. The things that are happening behind the scenes are very shady. But what is actually going on? And how come we never heard of it? This is an exclusive video you won't find anywhere else. So let's not waste a single second of your time and get straight to the point. Disclaimer, breaking news today. Today, Shiba Inu has taken a massive hit, losing 84% in a very important metric. This sudden drop has left the Shiba Inu community baffled, as the whales, or large holders, seem to have vanished almost completely. The Shiba Inu army is in a state of confusion, trying to figure out what went wrong. But what just happened? Many enthusiasts are worried and uncertain about the future, fearing stricter regulations and a tougher environment for cryptocurrencies. And here's something very important. Many are scratching their heads, wondering why this sudden turn of events. After all, The United States recently gave the green light to Bitcoin ETFs, and more recently, Ethereum ETFs. People were gearing up for a potential bull run, only to be blindsided by this unexpected twist. The sense of confusion and frustration is palpable among crypto enthusiasts, who now find themselves grappling with uncertainty and questioning the direction of the market. But wait, what just happened exactly? Well, let me explain. Coinbase, a major cryptocurrency exchange, has raised serious concerns about the United States Securities and Exchange Commission's approach to regulating the crypto industry. In a recent filing with the U.S. Court of Appeals in its ongoing effort to push the court to force the SEC to begin making fair rules for the crypto industry, Coinbase asserted. The SEC said. The SEC is serious about the destruction of digital assets. They believe the SEC is determined to stifle the industry through its regulation by enforcement strategy, aiming to choke the crypto market. And this is a crazy thing. Fair rules for the crypto industry are crucial for its widespread adoption. Clear regulations provide stability and confidence for investors and businesses alike. Without them, the industry remains in a constant state of uncertainty, hindering its growth potential. Coinbase is fighting hard for clear regulations. The SEC is trying to make clear rules. Right now, there aren't many rules written down. The SEC keeps going after crypto companies, making things even more confusing. So, lots of crypto companies are leaving the U.S. because they don't see a future here. And unfortunately, as it seems, the situation is getting worse every day. Even though Coinbase is trying to talk to the SEC, it feels like the SEC doesn't want to make things clear. Coinbase says it's a waste of time to ask the SEC for more explanations. Giving the agency further opportunity to explain itself is both pointless and exquisitely undeserved, Coinbase remarked. The whole situation is all a bit nonsensical, isn't it? On one hand, the SEC seems to be signaling approval by giving the green light to crypto ETFs. Meanwhile, we're witnessing massive inflows of money into the crypto space every single day. But behind the scenes, it appears they're actually trying to tighten their grip and crack down on the crypto industry. It's a puzzling contradiction that just doesn't add up. From an ethical standpoint, it seems like the SEC is playing a double game. They're giving the impression of openness and acceptance, yet their actions suggest otherwise. It's hard not to feel a sense of distrust and skepticism towards their motives. To put it in simpler terms, imagine if you had a friend who kept telling you they supported your dreams and goals, but every time you tried to pursue them, they secretly sabotaged your efforts. It's confusing, frustrating, and downright absurd. That's essentially what's happening here with the SEC and the crypto industry. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. The growing discussion around the relationship between cryptocurrency and the U.S. government is gaining traction, especially as we approach the U.S. presidential election. Elections tend to bring important issues to the forefront of public attention. Candidates often have differing views and policies regarding technology, finance, and regulation. Since cryptocurrency sits at the intersection of all these areas, it naturally becomes a topic of interest during election seasons. People want to know where candidates stand on issues like digital currency regulation, taxation, and innovation. And here's what we currently have. Trust me, it will confuse you even more. If we take a look at the current president of the United States, here's something crazy that has just happened. Amidst intense scrutiny of the cryptocurrency industry, many believe that the Biden administration was softening its stance, especially after allowing the SEC to approve several Ethereum ETFs. However, President Joe Biden recently did something unexpected. You see, there was an SAB-1. In 2021, a legislative document intended to influence the SEC's rules on crypto assets. Essentially, it was a resolution to try to stop the SEC from enforcing certain regulations on cryptocurrencies, and it was recently passed by Congress. When it passed through Congress, the crypto community was excited. It seemed like a victory, a sign that the government was moving in a direction that favored the interests of crypto enthusiasts. The community celebrated, seeing it as a step towards more favorable regulations, and perhaps even a loosening of restrictions on cryptocurrencies. It was a moment of hope and optimism, with many believing that this resolution would bring about positive changes in the crypto landscape. But now, just yesterday, out of the blue, Biden vetoed the latest resolution. In simple terms, Biden's veto means he rejected the resolution aimed at interfering with the SEC's crypto asset rules. This move has sparked a lot of anger in the crypto community, with many feeling like Biden has lost their support entirely. Here's some very simple explanation of what happened. Imagine you and your friends are planning a road trip to your favorite destination. You've been looking forward to it for months, excitedly discussing all the places you'll visit and the memories you'll make along the way. Finally, the day of the trip arrives and everyone is packed and ready to go. As you hit the road, the journey is going smoothly. You're enjoying the scenic views, singing along to your favorite songs and sharing laughs with your friends. It feels like nothing could dampen your spirits. But then, halfway through the trip, the driver suddenly decides to turn the car around and head back home. That's how the crypto community felt when SAB 121 passed through Congress. It was like they were on this exhilarating journey towards positive changes and greater acceptance of cryptocurrencies. They were thrilled to see progress being made and felt optimistic about the future. But then, just like the unexpected decision to turn the car around, President Biden's veto came as a shock and disrupted their momentum. It felt like they were forced to abandon their plans and return to square one, leaving them frustrated and disillusioned. The excitement of the journey turned into disappointment, and they couldn't help but feel let down by the sudden change, of course. The crypto community didn't take Biden's decision well. Anthony Scaramucci from Skybridge Capital spoke out, saying Biden's stance on crypto could lead to unexpected problems. He wrote on X, Biden's position on crypto may cost him more than he realizes. It was a really bad decision to veto that bill, especially at this critical time. Meanwhile, Donald Trump has a different view on this. He recently made it clear that he's not on the same page as Biden when it comes to crypto. In a speech at the Libertarian National Convention, Trump stated, "I will also stop Joe Biden's crusade to crush crypto. We're going to stop it. I will ensure that the future of crypto and the future of Bitcoin will be made in the USA, not driven overseas." Trump didn't stop there. He took to his social media platform, Truth Social, to emphasize his support for cryptocurrency companies, saying, "I am very positive and open-minded to cryptocurrency companies and all things related to this new and burgeoning industry." He stressed the importance of the U.S. being a leader in this field, stating there is no second place. Trump also didn't hold back on criticizing Biden, calling him the worst president in the history of our country and accusing him of wanting crypto to fail. Trump concluded by asserting that will never happen with me. Regardless of what will happen next, it's evident that the issue is serious. Crypto will remain a hot topic in the coming months, with discussions on regulation, policies, and potential presidential stances. This issue is serious and will impact every crypto, including Shiba Inu. Today, we saw a drastic 84% drop in whale transactions, which probably means that rising fear among investors. But what is your opinion on that? Comment down below. I'd be eager to read your opinion. If you are curious to find more, then make sure to click on one of the videos you see on screen. And with that, we come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video, then please like this video. And don't forget to leave a comment in the comments section. This really helps me with the YouTube algorithm. Also, please share this video to as many people as possible. Let's get this news out there.